One shot. Let's begin. Aisuru anata wa kimera. My beloved, you are a chimera. By Nakoda Rakura. Translated upload by Umeboshi Scans. Alright. It's February, which means we're reading nothing but Yuri one shots for the entire month of February. And now we're going to read this one. So let's begin, everybody. Oh no. There we go. Alright. Did you see Shion-san's post? I did. It's super relatable, right? I mean, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Stop it! Ha 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 ha! Tsukishima Shion, first year student at the University of Arts. I posted the topic of heartbreak on social media, and one day I went viral. I'm a little famous now. He says, I'm gonna cry. Remember my ex saying. But, this senpai, she always draws. Maybe she actually exists. No way! LOL! There's nothing fulfilling about becoming famous, but it all looks so real. Because, I mean, you're not here. Senpai. Let's see. What? Could you be a first year? Uh, um, I want to join the club. What? We don't have many members, so I'm glad. Your voice is loud. I'm the club president, Subaki. Nice to meet you. That damn it, senpai. And it was all a mistake. Being hardworking. Yesterday, I stayed up late while drawing. Again? That's not good. You should sleep early. Right. And reliable? Let's see. Uh, by the... Oh, I see. By the way, Xian-chun, weren't you having trouble choosing pens? Want to go take a look together after club is over? Is that okay? It didn't take much time. It's for my cute junior, so yeah! For her to become someone I looked up to. There, there are a lot of types of pens, so I don't know which ones are good. It's hard, isn't it? Uh, these ones are famous. They're used by a lot of people. Huh. Let's, but Xian-chun, your pen pressure is strong, so this one might be better. Here. Eh? Thank you. So she was paying attention to things like my pen pressure. 1 year later. Eh? Senpai, are you applying to the National University of Arts? Yeah, because the tuition fees for private schools are too high. Amazing. But getting in is difficult, isn't it? Well, yeah. I have to do my best. As I thought, Senpai is amazing. And if it's Senpai, she'll surely pass the exam. My prediction was completely on the mark. Senpai passed the exam for her first choice, the graduation ceremony. It's really incredible. You actually passed. Thank you. But after passing the exam is when the real thing starts. I must improve my skills more and more. Uh, as I thought, this person, Senpai, I love you. I drew a lot and got better and better, so next year I'll enter the same university as you. I've always admired how you do your best, so I started thinking I want to be the closest person to see it. I think this is love. Please, go out with me. Shion-chun, thank you. But I'm sorry. I can't think about things like love right now. I see. Listen, for now, I want to draw. I want to focus on expressing myself with all my power. So I want Shion-chun to enter the same university. Huh, this girl really. How much more dazzling can she get? I'll be waiting. So, let's draw together again, okay? Yes, I want to be like Senpai. I will absolutely enter the same school. Let's draw together again, Senpai. That is what I thought, but let's see. Sup, Xian-chan? Been ages. Who is this person? Let's see. Like a year. Totes crazy, right? You're Tsubaki senpai, right? Sure am. Gosh, I can't believe you actually passed. Shion-tone is actually amazing, right? Flashy hair, revealing clothes, trendy makeup. By the way, you look like literally the same. LOL. Senpai, I see you've grown your hair. Yep. Isn't it cute? What color should I dye it next? You said you wouldn't grow it because it gets in the way when you're painting. Eh? Did I say something like that? LOL. Short hair is totes lame. Huh? My senpai is dead. But now that we're here, let's grab a sip. There's a super Instagrammable cafe around here. Yeah. I'm home. Tired. Senpai. In the 2 hours we spent in the cafe, didn't talk about art. Not even once. She talked about how she skipped classes to go play pachinko. She talked about a crappy looking band that is popular lately. She talked about how she spent all night at a darts bar yesterday. She told me she got a one-nighter with a handsome senpai thanks to alcohol. Senpai, what should I do if she doesn't draw anymore? There's no way senpai wouldn't, but she didn't mention even once. I to draw. I'll be waiting. Why did you grow your hair? You only talk about that lame makeup and music. The you who is so honest and pure. It shines so brightly. Weren't you keeping it short for the sake of drawing? Even though you said you didn't get anything about that kind of thing. It's the one I loved. And still. Let's draw together. Senpai, you told me you wanted us to draw together. Didn't you? Of course. Yay. It's so stupid. Something like this will save me. Hey, Senpai. Senpai's an amazing person. So proud the university level's too low for her, she got bored of it. You're just taking a little break, right? I'll draw more pictures. If I can help Senpai remember the joy of drawing, she will surely return. You are, right, Senpai? That's right, Shion-chan. So let's work to be the best. No way. It's going viral. These drawings. The one I drew while thinking about Senpai. If this becomes famous and Senpai finds it, is it too much of a stretch? But I have to draw. I'm home, Senpai. Today, at school. Senpai, did you remember? Come on, in our second year. Senpai. Senpai, please come back quickly. Senpai. A year has passed since entering university. Huh? Senpai dropped out of school? What do you mean dropped out? When Senpai is right here. I love you. I love you too, senpai. I'm so happy now that tears are coming out. Oh man, that was good. I feel like, dang, dang. This is one I feel like I need to do it like a couple of times. Like, so, a couple of things about this one before we, whether or not this gets posted, or if I have time to do another one too, because busy man, unfortunately. But I read it. I usually read these blind, right? But for this one, when I started my first reading, I got so confused as to which character was which character. And when I look at them, I'm like, okay, dark hair, eyes are similar. And I'm like, wait a minute, did she have short hair? Did she have long hair? So I did like a couple of minute recording till I got to this part. I'm like, what's the difference between them? I'm like, okay, this person here is the main character. She has long hair. I'm like, okay, this one has short hair. Great. Otherwise, pretty similar here. I think it's just the shape of their eyes potentially that are a little bit different, right? Like these ones are a bit sharper than this one. Um, and so when I read this, I'm like, okay. I was trying to figure out what the story was because once I'm past like page 6, I'm in new territory. And so I was reading this. I found it interesting. Okay, this is going to be a cute love story. Maybe she's murdered, and in a sense, she is kind of murdered, right? Because it's not the person that she once knew. And in a case like this, I'm like, huh, interesting. But I think I didn't quite get the mentally unhinged aspect because I thought, okay, a love confession while crying. Makes sense. Makes sense. You feel strongly about the person, sure. Why not, right? And then subsequently, it's been ages. And then for this person, I think if I speak a little bit more like this, maybe the first time, so that way, um, it's like, hey, I'll be waiting, so let's draw together again, okay? But then, if I kind of go, sup, Cheon, been ages, like a year, totes crazy, right? Sure am, right? Like, where, where you do that heavy Valley Girl accent, but instead, you kind of get rid of the accent because that accent is more like of course you have your quirks with it there, but it's more about the rhythm of your speaking when you're doing that. So if I kind of get rid of the rhythm instead of doing that like Valley Girl stuff here, I'll be waiting. So let's draw together again, okay? Yes. For now, I want to draw. I want to focus on expressing myself with all my power. Right? You still get, of course, the nasally because again, I'm ultimately a guy, and it's kind of hard to like do the feminization stuff. I've really been trying to work on that warmth because there's like a bit of warmth you speak, and generally like women speak a little bit warmly, they speak from their throat a little bit more versus like the chest area for guys a lot of the time. I've been consciously like when I speak naturally it's kind of like a little bit down here, here to here. So yeah, I'm making sure I get the nasally whatever, but adding the accent I think would have been perfect for seeing how she's changed. um and then for this person, getting a mind break type thing could be very difficult. Very difficult. I hate it. I love it. Um, well, I hate it in the sense like I hate the mind break, but I also love when it happens. I hate it in the sense like okay, I wish I could have done better by this year. And for that one, my my senpai is dead. I'm home. I'm tired. It's like, why did you grow your hair? You only talk about that lame makeup and music. The you who was so honest and pure and shines so brightly. Where'd you keep it short for the sake of drawing? Even though you say you didn't get anything about that kind of thing, is the one I loved, and still? And then I know I'm critiquing my performance more than anything else, and we'll see this. Maybe we'll see. Critiquing my performance more than anything else in this case. Um, yeah, yeah. I feel like I could have done a better job of this. We'll see where I come out. Like maybe I'll lose a little bit of sleep for this one as I go a little bit later into the day, but I think I could do a lot better than this one. This one I think is a good, solid story. It's a nice little mind break. And then for this one, I think it's really interesting. You see this person who's obsessed with the love, and obviously she's finding other avenues for this and the other, and this person is like, all right, she's being held hostage by her idealization of this person. It's horrific. It's good. It's Yuri. It's all I need. The art is solid. I think the only thing is the art could. What is I don't know if this art really conveys the mind break as well as other manga do. Art like this one is definitely like in the right direction for the mind break, but it's I guess not as exaggerated when it comes to it. And maybe that's for the best, right? Because mind breaks that happen in real life are they don't always have that unhinged thing, and it's a more subtle realistic-ish more emotion. And ultimately, it's like, how do you feel about a friend who's changed so much after a long time? Although, I'm sure that they could message and hang out if they really wanted to, but if she moved away, who knows, right? And then this also thing too is that I can't believe you actually passed. That's whatever. That's unfortunate. By the way, you look like literally the same. Like, oof. Saying you haven't changed could be both a compliment and like a detriment too. And it's like, okay. And this person looked up, they tried better, and it just didn't quite work out for them. Um, and this is her pseudo way of connecting with her too, where she's gonna essentially say all her memories and do this and the other. And it's like, how do you feel about this person, right? Because years passed in her university, she's in her like third year, she dropped out, and if she drops out, it's like, oh, well then, what is there next? Because she kind of got rid of all her traits you loved her for. And she's experiencing the delinquent stuff there, and how we the audience was like when she threw away her life. Is that how we're supposed to kind of view it? Because ultimately we might think, hey, maybe she's going in a direction where she'll be happy potentially. Because we're only seeing this probably from her perspective and what she's imagining happening. Right? Because I imagine like I don't know if this is real, but it's like okay, she's imagined her partying, going with another guy, not going for her as well, and then she finds out that she dropped out. We don't know why she dropped out. Probably because she wasn't doing well. She was skipping class. Ultimately, that path of delinquency hurts a little bit more than other people. Yeah. Neat stuff. I'm glad that nobody was actually killing each other in this one. But I also like if this is like oh, this is a drama. This isn't a horror manga. I kind of felt like it was. My beloved, you are a chimera. That's one way to put it right there, a chimera. So because of that, she was like, oh, well then, you're a chimera. You just kind of shapeshift. This one has a lot of potential. I think if they kind of change the art just a little bit to like really emphasize the mind break. And I know this probably isn't meant to be that like almost yandere, but it is getting into yandere vibes. But I know this is supposed to be more drama. A person feels sad, upset, but in this case, I don't know, right? I don't know. And I guess that's where I I like this one, but this is like a very real example of I think that the art being a little bit different and maybe a little bit more visceral probably would have added a lot. Because I know this is like innocent and cute, and if you got told me whatever, I wouldn't think that this is too horrific, right? And so adding those more subtle things, I think would be good. Although I guess as I reread it, I could see this being a bit uneasy, and maybe this will be my second or third time as I go through it. Is that like, oh, okay, this makes me feel uneasy now that I know what's going through her mind a little bit more, and maybe that's why I just need to read it again to really, from the perspective of the mind break, to really appreciate it. But yeah, good, solid thing. I enjoy it. Wonderful. Let's look at what she does before we call it. Okay, first one. Not bad. Not bad at all. I look forward to seeing what this author does. So with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for being born, y'all. Peace out.